Sebring International Raceway, fifth race. I have a terrible qualifying, putting me in 18th position on the track and out of 21 drivers, so not happy with that. But some good things happened this race to me. It is dry for once, so I'm very excited about that. I put it on dry tires. And one thing I've been practicing is my clutch start. Instead of just uh, having my foot on the gas and then dropping it into first gear, trying to guess where the best spot is to not cause tires to spin on launch, I've been working on my clutch release starts, and this is the first one that actually goes really well at the start. You can see me back here, and I get a really good start, which launches me from 18th position ahead of this driver here. Things are still working their way out. I don't maintain it, but I was pretty excited with how that went. We have an accident in front of us. We have a second accident in front of us. We have another driver off the road, which allows me to gain multiple positions by this point. It's still showing me in 18th place, but that's about to change as I'm now being shown 12th place. I have gained 6 spots in short. Understand why the telemetry is still showing me 18th place. I've gained quite a few positions at this point. See when that corrects, which should be not long. Actually, I'm in 15th position at this point, not 18th. It's just waiting for telemetry to catch up. So, again, my focus here is drive safely, gain as many I rating points as I can. I'm kind of hungry, or excuse me, safety rating points as I can. I'm kind of hungry for them after seeing the massive gain that I got for zero incident points last lap, and I'm hoping, let me pull up 0 incident points here again. This is a pretty good overtake here that I'm pretty happy with. Recognize there's still pressure behind me on that. He moves out to another driver as well. I'm going to swing a little wide here if I remember correctly. Hit that off track. You see that bump causing me to almost lose that position, but I've been able to cut it in. But unfortunately, the guy in the Marlboro car, Sam, gets a much better launch down this straightaway, but he's unable to really capitalize on it. Now I know we're heading into, again, first lap, this first big turn. I brake early, let him swing wide. I'm going to take it to the inside. Again, cautious because this is where the car can spin due to the bouncing. And I'm able to maintain that position. As we cross the start-finish line, I'm currently in 11th place. So very happy with that. Everyone has gone into the pits. But I've got, again, Samuel right behind me. He's going to take that position from me, so now I'm down to 12th. Another driver gone off the track there, so I'm back in 11th place, even though I've lost the place to Samuel. You can see the track's much drier. I'm hitting much better pace. I can take the turns a lot faster. More confident on the accelerator, more confident on the braking. But in general, do not want to take any penalty points because I want to see if I can't get an immediate promotion, getting my safety rating up to 4. That being said, you know, you do feel, while I'm focused on safety rating, not willing to concede some positions here. I mean, I've done pretty good in the opening laps. We are only on lap 2. There's a long way to go, but I'm kind of happy with how things have gone so far. So I'm hoping I can just maintain these. Jacob in the orange car behind me is pretty good. So he's about half a second behind me at the moment. I'm expecting that I'm going to get challenged by him. I'm hoping to try to catch up back to Samuel, but he seems to be a lot faster. I take this a lot better this time. Slingshot around there. Gain about 5/10, 6/10 of a second on Samuel. And I'm in his draft. 3 seconds behind him. Not close enough to make a aggressive approach, but I'm hoping I can go to the inside here. There is an accident up ahead. This car here, the red one, getting past him. I get passed by Jacob, but because I passed the car having an accident, I'm back in 11th place again. Swing to the inside here. I'm watching these three in front of me, and here's my thinking at the moment. All right, I've just watched George in front of me. Eve is back in quite a bit there. I don't think he has quite the control of the car that he thinks he has. And I'm hoping that the three of these guys are going to get in an accident ahead of me and offer me an opportunity to get additional points. That's my thinking at the moment. So I want to hang back from them a little bit, but be ready, be in a position to take advantage of it should this fight result in an accident. Where I'm hoping that's going to happen, we've already passed, unfortunately. But this turn in particular could cause problems for people. And then, not this left turn, but the right turn after this could cause problems for people as well. So I'm watching for it and waiting for it. You can see George looking to the inside here and getting locked off. I'm staying in a position to take advantage of it if something goes wrong. This is kind of where my thinking in racing is elevated a little bit from where it was. I've still got pressure behind me from Anderson and Carlos. But in the past, I would have just not been thinking about taking advantage of these kinds of things. You can see George in front of me swings really wide. I'm going to the inside. I'm going to get in his draft this time, see what I can make of this. And I'm also just trying to apply some pressure to him, because I recognize he doesn't seem as steady on the car as the others. So maybe if I apply a little more pressure to him, he's going to make a mistake. This is where I was hoping an accident might occur, and sure enough, the pressure I've applied to George does cause him to make a mistake there. He goes off the track. See in front of me, Jacob has gotten ahead of Samuel. And now they're kind of starting to leave me behind, and I have pressure behind me from Carlos. I am currently in 9th place, and pretty excited that this seems to be going fairly well. So far, I think I have 0 incident points at this point. I'm also recognizing Carlos is a pretty aggressive driver. As I'm approaching each turn, I'm kind of checking my rearview mirror as well, in case he tries to make some kind of dangerous maneuver. But so far, he's doing really well. He's driving clean. He's just fast. And he gets a really good run on me here. Less than a 10th behind me. I'm thinking I'm probably going to lose the position here. And sure enough, he gets that's a great move by him out of there. I even messaged him as we were heading to this, and I said, if you get up on me, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you plenty of room to get by me. So, okay, I'm sitting in 10th place. We're on lap 4. There's still a long way to go. But I'm really comfortable with how my pace is going. I'm comfortable with how I'm handling the car. The grip the car has is really good. But it's Sebring, and I'm, again, not the strongest here. And I'm not the most excited about this. I've said my last lap was a 2:05.4, which has been my fastest lap on the track so far this session. And now I've got Ethan behind me in the Martini car, catching up. That turn in particular I'll talk about next time we come around it. lap 6. Ethan behind me is about half a second behind me. I am catching up and now passing, well, trying to pass Jake, but that's not happening. But now we're in traffic, and so I can draft off the people in front of me, but I'm getting kind of slowed up by Jake here, who's not doing terribly well at the moment, and getting held up into Ethan's clutches. Cut right there. Really good pass. Really good pass on his part. Again, I was going to get plenty of room. I wasn't going to fight it. Just want to let him have a safe pass if necessary. Now we start the drag race down the straight. I got a great exit out of turn 17. And I'm able to slip in front of him. He again goes to inside. This is some fun racing actually right here. He just handles it really well, real cautious. I'm going to swing a little bit wide there as he was getting a little close to me. I just didn't want the problem. And now I'm back behind him again. That was a lot of fun, and we're giving both each other quite a bit of room. I'm going to follow his line into this turn, and coming up here is the turn I want to talk about. So Jacob's able to put, or Ethan's able to put Jacob between he and I as Jacob slowed down. This turn, you see I go right here now instead of cutting that corner, which gives me a better slingshot out of this. This is something watching other drivers has taught me, and it's working pretty well for me at this point. Just really hoping to get a move done here, and sure enough, I'm able to pull that off, so I keep my 11th place. Watching these guys in front of me fight again, putting myself into a position where if contact happens here and there's an accident, I'm able to take advantage of it and be ready for it without getting involved in it. Behind me, you have Ramon, who we're pretty much leaving way behind us at this point. Got a better exit from that turn. Again, just trying to be in a spot that I can take advantage of any accident that happens, and sure enough, there it is, and I'm able to move forward into 10th position. I knew the additional pressure there was going to cause some problems for him. He had a hard hit and then winds up across the road, and I think he ends up popping into the pits. I think he's damaged enough to go into the pits here. And again, there goes Ethan, who's now behind me. Excuse me, Zachary, who falls off behind because he takes that turn a little too hard. So now I'm in 9th position. 9th place, heading into lap 7. We are halfway through the race, and I'm pretty happy with how I'm handling the car and who I'm keeping up with at this point. So the real question is, the driver behind me is 5.5 seconds behind me. Can I maintain this pace? And can we hope for more incidents like the one that just happened up there with Jarrett, where he slipped off the road and made a mistake? So again, just playing it safe. I think at this point I've had one off-track issue where I just broke the race line and 1 point penalty. So still my safety rating is going to be in pretty good shape here. I would have loved to get through another zero incident score and see what happened there. In front of me, Jarrett is driving this car. I've seen him multiple times now, so I'm going to try to apply some pressure to him and see what happens. He's a pretty quick driver as well. But the fact that he had to slow up that much there gives me some hope that I may be able to move here. Zachariah behind me is faster. He is starting to catch up. He was 5.5 seconds behind. He's dropped to about 4.8 and then 5. So he's definitely making up increments of time here. I'm trying to draft off Zachariah in front of me. I'm going to take the inside here, see what I can do. And I'm able to get that move done initially, and he loses control. Perfect. Exactly what I was hoping for. Applying that pressure caused him to make a mistake. And I get an off track for that right there. Maybe I was celebrating too much of my excitement of having made up that position. Currently in 9th place. So actually that one little mistake there did send me off. I apologize. I think that was Ramon that went off the track there. Not Zachariah. That one little mistake there, though, has now caused Zachariah to close up the gap to about 3.1, 3.2 seconds. And I'm kind of berating myself for having made that mistake because I'm better than that, and I didn't need to do that. Here I should have taken this turn a little faster. Going into the challenging part here. Pretty good exit. Really good exit here. Probably a little bit wide. No, not bad actually. Really good. Zachariah takes it a little faster though. He's now 2.8 seconds behind me. So I'm seeing, here doing the math, I'm seeing that he's closing the gap a bit on lap 8, about to enter lap 9 out of 13 laps. I'm not the fastest through this turn because I always approach this a little cautiously. I've lost it too many times there. Zachariah closes up to about 2.5 seconds, 2.4. Still in 9th place. And this is a huge mistake there too. That gets me an off track for my 3rd off track, I think. But worse, it brings me 1.5 seconds ahead of Zachariah, so he's definitely closing the gap now. I should have gone deeper on that turn. So I start making a sequence of mistakes. It usually happens like that. I don't just make one mistake. I make a mistake, it sits in my head, and it compounds, and it makes me make a 2nd and sometimes a 3rd mistake. So really the trick is just getting out of my own head when I make a mistake, resetting myself, and getting back in the swing of things. I really don't like how the car bounces on this track. It is really annoying. That part actually, I think I mentioned before, makes me a little dizzy sometimes. Zachariah 1.3 seconds behind me as we go into the last turns of lap 9. Which I handle pretty well there. And pretty well here. Good pace out of there. He's 1.3 seconds behind me. Again, my confidence in this corner is not as strong as I would like. See the car bouncing again. His too. You get a decent exit out of there though, but he gets a better exit. He is now 1.1 1 second, closing that gap up. Clean exit here. Zachariah now within 1 second. At this point, I radio him and tell him, look, you're catching up to me. When you get up here, I'm going to let you pass. Don't worry about it. I'm going to give you plenty of room. Because I don't want him to try anything dangerous. You know, it's funny, you tell somebody that, and then what happens is you get a really good exit out of another turn. And you open up a gap, but then he closes it up again pretty quickly. .4 seconds behind me. Now he's in attack position. I'm recognizing I'm going to get past here. So I swing wide, let him through. Play it safe. Drops me down to 10th place, which is still a scoring position as we enter lap 10. Show you the bumpiness I'm talking about as we go into this turn. How the car just bounces. You can see it just, the car is on the edge of losing control of those bounces. Alright, so entering lap 11, still in 10th place, going to skip forward. Lap 12, still in 10th place. Bobby behind me is 4.6 seconds. 4.2 seconds behind me going into the final lap of this race. Feeling pretty strong. I highly doubt he's going to be able to make up 4.5 seconds by the time I finish this. Zachariah is still in front of me, but 4 seconds ahead of me. My only hope in getting any additional places if somebody makes a huge mistake at this point. You're going to see me go deep here on the right and then cut in. That allows me to hit the accelerator a lot faster there out of this turn. That's probably one of the chief takeaways I've taken lately. My fastest lap in this one is a 2:05.2. So still in the 2:05s. We'd love to get that down a little bit. I'm just not willing to use the race as a time to practice that pace. Practice some thoughts I have around certain turns. This one in particular, not this one, the next turn in particular, I think I can take a lot faster. This one here coming up. I can take that a little faster, swing here, and hit that right side. If I'm hitting that right side, I'm on the edge of the speed I can take through that. But here we go into the final turns of the final lap. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm in a scoring position. Behind me, Bobby's 10.5 seconds, or excuse me, 4.5 seconds behind me. Good exit from that turn. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get some really good points if I'm only on, I think, 3 incident points at the moment. That should be pretty good in terms of gains in my safety rating, and maybe I'll make a little bit of irony. Almost lose the car there. You can see that I almost lost it there. But I finished the race in 10th place, my first scoring position at Sebring, and so let's see what that did to my score. So over here, you can see that I started in 18th position. I finish in 10th position, so really, really good. I get a total of 3 incident points, more than I wanted, but still on the lower side. So, and my fastest lap was a 2:05.296. If I scroll up, you can see I only gained 0.09 safety rating. I was really hoping that was going to leap up further. I think if I'd gotten 0, it would have significantly increased. I'm at a 3.56 right now. Again, if I can get it up to a 4, I'm in good shape. And I only gained 17 I rating, but still, it's better than nothing. And overall, I'm really happy with the way this race went. From my perspective, I achieved everything I was trying to achieve, other than the 0 incident points. But 3 is a pretty reasonable amount on this track. And one thing I did notice is with the dry tires, everybody's pushing a lot harder, so potential for accidents is a lot higher in some degrees. You know, it seems like everybody during the wet racing is racing a lot. They're all a little more cautious. And then the last thing I'll say that I learned from this race was my clutch started pretty well right at the get-go. I got a leap on the driver in front of me and was able to make up some paces pretty quick. And yeah, so overall, happy with the results of this race. We'll see what race 6 brings if I do.